And it's late in the day already, on a Friday. But these are important. Consistency, bro. But this is something you can do. Now it becomes a game of how do I repeat this process over and over and over again. Okay, because you can easily drop that because you're so concerned about closing the deals, but you've demonstrated that you can operate at this level real easily. Now it's just like, let's repeat the cycle. And this is awesome, man. So very, very proud of being able to make this phone call and congratulating you. So nice work, dude. So for me, this just shows me like Frank can operate at this level every time. You just need to, you have one or two key components that are missing. That is it. And it's a simple fix that can happen like right now. Like you're like making a phone call. So I'm hoping that that's the strategy you take, because this is what you can do on a consistent basis, bro. Like this could be your biggest year ever. Huge. Like not even double last year, it's like quadruple. You could essentially quadruple, which is insane. Yes, sir. All right, my man. We'll see you then. Enjoy your time. Bye now. It's good shit. Frank is on track to quadruple what he did last year. And oftentimes, and we see this often. I'll tell you that we see this often, and it really becomes a mindset shift. It's being able to see yourself there first and foremost. If he didn't see himself there, he would never be able to produce the results that he did. And it's my job just to constantly reinforce that, to remind him of the things he already knows. Like nothing that I told him right now, it doesn't mean that he hasn't heard it before. He just needed to be reminded. Like, hey, you were here last year, this is you now. So now there's different responsibilities that comes from producing at that high level. And it's just me, essentially. He said he's heard it before. But until he was actually there, now he has the ears to hear, the eyes to see. So my job is to constantly just reinforce these items, these principles of running a business through marketing, sales, systems, and leadership to take their business now to the next level.
People I got in the pipeline, I got buyers jumping ship on me. I got some fires I'm working with. They'll irritated at the moment.
Yeah, of course.
What's kind of going on? Like not just one, but like repeated, like a couple people, doing shit. But and I got people in the pipeline that haven't jumped off the fence that I need to get on the fence, etc. So this quarter started off a little slower, though I have the people, whether it's not being able to find houses for people because of the inventory, or people are just not coming to the table yet. And obviously, I can do better with all that. But
yeah,
that's what I'm experiencing at the moment.
Yeah, so the strategy now becomes quit spreading my time through all the people that are qualified. Who is the hottest one right now?
Yeah.
And then kind of work down that line, because sometimes when we're trying to see a solution for all of them, we don't find a solution because our attention is kind of spread out. So put out the fires needed. If they cancel, that's part of the game. That's what happens. And now it's like, okay, who do I put my energy and focus, and how do I get them to, pull the trigger based on what their needs are? So it's a real easy. You got that, man. It's just part of the strategy.
It's just that second it takes you to get over it. But
yes,
get right back on
and that's what it is.
I literally just hung up before you called. Like literally, I was on the phone.
Yeah.
I was like, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Right,
and that's the pause. And here's the thing. At the end of the day, You got a lot to smile about. You got a big year still ahead of you because yet it's your biggest quarter yet with us, dude. Like, think about it. So yeah, you're like disappointed, but here's the thing, like this is huge. It's going in the right direction. Your marketing game has stepped up. You've been doing a bunch of stuff that you haven't been doing before, so it's just a matter of time. So just refocus on this, dude. It's game over for you, bro. Like very similar, like what I do. More raw, more in today's day and age. More, you know, what's happening now. What I envision for you is more of a Gary V approach or one of these vlogger approaches, okay? Not necessarily so, you know, within. Just so, you know, yes. So 100%, open yourself up to finding someone that can do that, where they can follow you around for a day and kind of do the raw stuff. Kind of, we're starting to produce a lot of that ourselves, but I see you along those lines because it's just who you are, man. And I think that would be cracking the code, because now you're in your element. And the reason you may not be cracking the code is because you're trying to get into their environment. You're trying to like put yourself into their box. Right. And they're different. News anchors and like they're very different, bro. Yeah. They're very in the square, very, you know, let's play it safe, let's play it for the masses. And guess what? Your market is not for the masses. What I want is, like, I would love, like, my vision would be for everyone to showcase who they are as individuals. Right. Like, because we're not trying to promote just one person or one thing here. It's like, who is Frank Martin as an individual? What does Frank Martin do? What is his thought process? What is his background? Like, all the stuff you're giving us on Facebook, but more on a video now. You know what I mean? I get it. So it's not regimented. So it's not, okay, I got to put on a tie and act like it's a newscast and this, that, and the other. Now you're in your element, dude. Yep. Like there's a story there. Wife is pregnant. You know what I mean? You're running a business.
You can use all that, right?
Oh, hell yeah. Dude, that's what it would.
My biggest thing is just getting caught up and just, you know, thinking about it too much and figuring out how am I going to do it instead of just going ahead and doing it, right? Yeah. All the stuff that you're saying, like 100% the same vision I see, but I got to be able to apply that and figure out how to do that. And that's like always my biggest problem is planning it out and waiting too long.
Oh man, that stops me on my on my tracks, because what happens is I start over analyzing, over preparing. Okay, so when Frank has to go record with these guys, okay, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna say? How am I gonna approach it? So there's too much that we're like not excited about it. Yeah. Hey, just come on Tuesday. You're gonna follow me all day. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to add you to my prayer roll. This is what we're going to do. And you know, and your guy will know how to put 15 seconds for your stories on Instagram, your 1 minute videos through Instagram, your 5 minute long video on Facebook, put it to YouTube and send it via email. Like, that's the fun part, dude. Yeah. And you're on your way.
I'm on it.
All right, brother.
All right, bro.
Bye. Yeah. Same thing about expansion. Like, I was able to produce and get and create a lifestyle that I really enjoy. And that's the whole point of it. Like, I used to be so focused on making money that it became stressful, right? It was money, 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 money. And like, what did I enjoy doing? When I was making money, it was more for just personal gain, but it wasn't really giving back or really seeing something bigger than just that. And, you know, even though it was the same conversation, the conversation was the same, which was expansion, the next phase, the next step. But the topics of the conversation were very different. The other one was more systems and processes. This conversation was about marketing, right? It was about marketing and strategy. And they both got something that'll now push them to see a bigger vision for themselves. And he said it himself. I knew it, man. But now that we're having a conversation, like, I know where I need to go with this. So again, I'm not saying anything that they don't know already, but I just called them at the right time where they needed to hear it, where they needed to see it. And he's going to put things into action. Like, these dudes are movers. A simple conversation, they start taking the steps. And I've been in conversations with those that it's the same conversation over and over and over again. I like put distance between myself and those individuals. Not to say I don't love on them, but if I'm having the same conversation 6 months from now with that individual, something's wrong. These guys is never the same conversation, ever, because they're progressing. They're applying the principles, and then they do what they said. And that's huge to any type of growth and expansion, right there. All right, let's go on to the next. What is going on? How are you, Courtney?
Doing well. How are you?
Yes, I see that. I was just going over the first quarter results. I like what I'm seeing in sales.
Yep.
This is huge, Courtney. Okay? So, like, I see you still trying to doubt yourself and trying to doubt your capabilities and abilities to just completely kill it and own this as a true business. So, I just want to remind you, if you can shorten those times where you fill in that space, where you fill in that place, you can take this business to even greater lengths than you did last year. Okay, and it's all you. And it's all you, yes. So, like, anytime you start falling into this little thought process, I need you just to reflect what you did the first quarter, okay? Because that was all you.
Thank you, AZ. That's really cool. I took your advice. I've been using Angela. I got the DC, and I don't know why I didn't do it sooner.
I always get that, and I love that. I don't know why I didn't do it. And here's the thing.
It's so annoying, and it's now I'm just like full-on marketing machine.
Yes, and it solidifies you now as a business, Courtney. It solidifies you as a player in this game. Before it was just a hustle. Before it was just trying to gain the confidence to go out there and get it done. Now it's like, oh, I'm solidified as a business owner. Okay, cool. And now it's like, okay, now you're this marketing machine. And guess what? With marketing machine, you need to make sure that you're doing that on a daily. The Courtney daily minutes, or the Courtney, just something about Courtney every single day where you're top of mind. It'll keep you accountable to your business.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. I'm just now I'm listening to your videos about, what's next as far as marketing, getting employees. So I'm giving that some thought because I'm planning to grow. Well, I've got to be honest though, I was disappointed with my quarter, to be honest, but I had bigger goals, but that's okay. I'm shoring up the gap. Yes.
So and that's the thing. It's we all want bigger things, and here's the thing. There's a few lessons that you need to learn along the way before you get that. So as long as you learn why you didn't get what you wanted to get, then make the adjustments. That is the only way you'll be able to actually achieve it. So look back. What are the reasons? Where were you at? Where was your mind at? What were your patterns like? And then fix those things. And it'll prepare you for the next quarter.
Yep, that's what I'm doing. I mean, I swear, it's like I keep hearing you, and then I see you, and I'm like, damn it, he was right.
Yeah, it's okay. And guess what?
It's consistency.
And that's it. And it doesn't have to be like swinging for the fences every day. Sometimes you'll only feel like, just walking to the base, but at least you're progressing. You're moving forward. But like sitting in the dugout, that's not going anywhere.
Exactly.
Right? And that's real easy to do. That's the easy thing to do. So just position yourself where you can swing the bat, and you're going to make contact.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate the vote of confidence and for getting the calls. Usually, I'm like, it's 99% of the time it's got to be good if AZ's calling.
Oh, right? So just keep that up. And it's just, I'm just here to remind you that you don't need anything else. You just need to do you more consistently. So do you more consistently, and you'll be able to achieve what you want.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Have a great weekend.
You too.
Talk to you soon.
Okay, bye now. Bye. She came into this business and said, I am going to create something. And, when we go into a new venture, we immediately get met by the resistance, by the doubt, by the fears and not knowing. She's been able to overcome that, but sometimes she gets drawn back in, right? To those same doubts, to those same fears. And again, it's just like, hey, you've been here before. Look what you've done. Yeah, it's not where you want it to be, but this was all you. So my recommendation for her is just to do her more consistently. Not do anyone else. Not try to, be anyone else. Just be you more consistently. And these numbers, like, she is capable of doubling what she did. She had a phenomenal quarter, but she has every ability, very intelligent woman, to essentially double that for the next quarter. if she just simply reminds herself, oh, okay, I just need to do me today. That's it. Jesse Barca, I gotta make that phone call. He's right there, but I'm gonna make a phone call. Melanie, first quarter. Okay, like that's huge for you. Now, with what you demonstrated here, dude, like you could actually be in the $1 million mark, like $1 per quarter, real easily.
Yeah.
And I think that's where you're heading in the second quarter, right?
Yeah, I'm at right now.
Wow.
So I'll by the end of the quarter, I'll be at where I was the entire year last year.
So in the first 6 months, the first 5 to 6 months, you'll be able to produce what took you all year last year.
Like I already have it in escrow already.
Damn.
So like anything else that comes new will just be.
So you're looking like to triple or quadruple your business this year. That's huge, bro. And it's just like you believing in yourself, man, and knowing that hey, just got to show up consistently, and just like your game and what we do every day, and with our biking and our cycling and everything else.
Yeah.
Bro, this is huge. So just to see you here, man, that's good to see, because I know that's at the minimum level you should be operating at. And quite honestly, top 10 easily on a consistent basis is within you. You have the experience, you have the drive, you have the mindset. Yep. Like all those things are like aligned for you to continue to push this and move forward at a high level. So
I did the work last year to get all the bullshit personal stuff out of the way.
Philip, it was much needed for you to get to this next level. Like think about the series of events that have occurred because of that. If that would remain the same, you would have lived much the same, which was a sedated, weak Jesse. That's who you would have been. That same pattern. So even though, like with relationships, even with my past relationships, with different agents or different business people, it's like you strengthened me. You gave me power, because I wouldn't be the person I am today if it wasn't for those experiences. And it's like, holy shit. Was there a lot of pain? Hell yeah, there was a lot of pain. But from the pain comes a lot of growth. From the pain becomes this powerhouse now standing before me. That is in a sling and still wanting to go after shit, right? And it's like, oh, I don't have that animosity. I don't have that resentment. I don't feel shameful. I don't feel remorse. Because a series of events that have occurred would have never have happened if Jesse was a Jesse of 2 years ago. Period, dude.
100%.
Because those series of events led you here, led you with the different people that you now see in your life and associate with yourself. And it was because of that situation.
It forced me to, like, I didn't make that choice.
Yeah.
It forced me to basically bury that motherfucker, and just go all in here.
Yeah. But because of that, you were able to say, okay, I just need to take the next step. I just need to make the phone call. I just need to meet. I just need to get out. And all of a sudden, you're like, here, which is very different. Your numbers showcase just a fraction of the person you become, personally. And these numbers are going to catch up sooner than later to truly reflect who you are. Right now, it's just like, it's finally coming together.
100%.
But it's like appreciation.
And it feels great. Like, it feels like, I was just talking to Carla about that earlier, like, to be able to, like, I got this, with my family, and, like, they're seeing it.
We just don't know who individuals are, and that's why I preach the fact that you got to be you. Because each one of us has a unique story, a unique set of circumstances that we had to overcome to become who we are today, right? And, Jesse has a phenomenal story. His parents Both were killed in an accident. And he was there to witness it. And the odds were stacked against him. And he's coming out on top. And all he had to do was to discover that everything happened the way it should. And although painful, it always works out the way it should. And we just need to be reminded of that. And this dude is powerful. Great energy. And I love seeing his success.